What is the funniest thing you saw Paul Bearer do?
I don't know if it was the funniest thing that Paul ever did. It was probably one of the funnier things that happened to Paul. So this is right after Paul had betrayed me and went with Mankind. I mean, this is way back. Like, we didn't have the same security at this point as we do today. Like, today, our security is awesome, but there were a time where we didn't have anybody. We would sometimes have to park across the street from some of these civic arenas and stuff like that, and the fans had complete access to us, and you had to deal with that. And I remember I pulled up to the arena. I pull up to the arena, and I'm getting my bag out of the back of the rent-a-car, and this girl appears, just like boom, she was right there, and she goes, this has been a long time ago. I'm trying to get, I don't know if she referred to me as Lord Undertaker or Lord of Darkness, something like, it was like, oh boy. And I turn, right, because I'm a little taken back that someone's right up on me, but, she goes, I will follow you anywhere. And then she pulls her top down and shows the top of her, I think it was her left breast, where she had a gigantic tattoo of my face. And I'm like, oh, this is a nutbird right here. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, oh, okay. I appreciate that. Like, I get my stuff and I go into the arena. So I go into the arena, and I think it was Arnie Skolin, who was the agent, and he come up and he's, hey kid, you got some flowers in the production office. So I was like, well, thanks, Arnie. So I go into the production office, and there's like this giant bouquet of roses spray painted black. And then there's a package. It's all wrapped up really nice. So I left the flowers in the production office, and I take the package and I go to the dressing room. So I open this package up, and it is I guess a vial or like a container of that perfume was once in that. The women, I guess they used it wasn't like a spray. It was like I guess you put it on the lid and then you put it on. I don't know what the official term for that is, but anyway, the perfume was all gone, and it had been filled with blood. So I have a vial, I guess, or some kind of perfume container full of blood. And now I'm like, wow, okay. And I'm putting it all together. Like, I'm sure that's my friend in the parking lot's blood. So I'm showing everybody my perfume bottle full of blood. Everybody's like, because this was the blood was very unusual, but the flowers and a lot of the things that I got sent to me at the arenas back then they're pretty interesting. I mean, I had some really cool stuff sent to me. But anyway, so everybody's freaking out about the perfume bottle full of blood. And anyway, we go out, and I make my entrance, and Paul Bearer is part of somehow or another, he's involved in this match. I don't know if I was working against whoever he was managing. I don't know if it was Mankind at this point or not, but he was managing somebody, or he came out. And this girl that was in the parking lot is on the front row. And the next thing that I know, she jumps over the barricade and double legs Paul. She's got him wrapped up at the ankles. If you guys remember Paul, especially at this time period, he was a little top heavy. And she's got him hooked, and his feet are completely together, so his balance is not that great. And And he is trying to get this girl off of him, and she is not letting go. And I think she finally got him and took him down before the police could get there to take her and and remove her from the building. But actually watching Paul fight this fan off was just eh, it was you can't even it was so funny. It was just one of those things like, am I actually really seeing this? Am I watching this fan double leg Paul Bear and him fighting her off? It was really one of the funniest things that I can remember. He was fighting for his life, and I'm pretty sure he actually ended up going down. And it was just I don't think he heard the end of that for a long time, being taken down and manhandled by this girl. But yeah, that's just one of those Paul Bearer stories that kind of sticks in my mind. And he was so, the funny thing is he deserved it so much. Like not only just for turning on me, but just in general, like it couldn't have happened to a better person than Paul.